week after getting swept out of Detroit. Elsewhere, it's Kentucky Derby Day at Churchill Downs, and the fastest 2 minutes in sports goes off just before 7 o'clock this evening. Mark Renee, 1010 Win Sports on 92.3 FM.
Yeah, late update here. The early favorite for the Kentucky Derby has been scratched hours before the race. Forte declared out of the 149th Derby. No immediate reason announced. Heated debate about public safety and access to mental health care in the city. More protests yesterday, more planned today after the death of Jordan Neely at the hands of a U.S. Marine veteran who put Neely in a fatal chokehold on the subway.
The case expected to go before a grand jury next week, sparking debate over public safety and mental illness. ABC News confirming that former Marine is 24-year-old Daniel Penny, a sergeant who served at Camp Lejeune.
Correspondent Whit Johnson, a statement now from Penny's attorney, quoting here, when Mr. Neely began aggressively threatening Daniel Penny and the other passengers, Daniel, with the help of others, acted to protect themselves. Daniel never intended to harm Mr. Neely and could not have foreseen his untimely death. A grand jury is expected to be convened as early as next week to determine if charges are warranted. An Australian fashion designer speaking out after winning a trademark dispute with pop star Katy Perry.
Katy Perry was born in Perry, a birth name to sell clothes in Australia. It led to a bitter quarter.
Leader Kelly Mittens also convicted of seditious conspiracy.
Correspondent Tom Fody. Winds news time 11:49. Gorgeous sunshine out there today. You're going to want to get out and enjoy it. If you're traveling by vehicle, we've got a lot of issues going on. So why don't we do this? We'll do traffic, we'll do transit, we'll do AccuWeather next.
While Whites in Luxembourg is proud of their many legal industry awards, they are humbled by the many hometown heroes who've entrusted them with their mesothelioma and asbestos lung cancer cases. Whites and Luxembourg works tirelessly for these heroes to secure maximum compensation. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call 888-411-LAWS. That's 888-411-LAWS. Attorney advertising. Prior results do not predict future outcomes.
Rob Walsh here for my good friends at Boston Growth Partners. As the city's former Small Business Services Commissioner, I understand how difficult it was during COVID to run a business, and I am now seeing the outstanding work that Boston Growth Partners is doing to get refunds from business owners. If you had 5 or more employees during COVID, then Boston Growth Partners can help you get up to $26,000 per employee. Don't wait. Go to bostonrefunds.com now to see if you qualify. That's bostonrefunds.com.
And paid for by the Sentinel Group. Attention veterans, active duty military, civilians, and contractors. If you were issued earplugs between 1999 and 2015 and were diagnosed with hearing loss or ringing in the ears, you may be entitled to compensation. The manufacturer of these military earplugs recently paid $9.1 million to resolve claims that their earplugs were defective, potentially exposing service members to damaging sound levels that could have resulted in hearing loss or tinnitus. If you or a loved one were issued earplugs and were diagnosed with tinnitus or hearing loss.
I just missed my delivery. There you go. Okay. So hello everybody, welcome. My name is Danny. I am located in Yonkers, New York, USA, and I'll be on for the next couple of hours if you want to talk about anything, especially anything related to radio. And I was out for about a little over a month, actually. Couple of things happened. One, I was sick. My voice is a lot better now. It was really bad, actually. My voice was really bad about a week or so ago, but I wanted to be about 100% before I come back. My wife was sick. I was sick. And my son was sick. It wasn't COVID. Knock on wood. Wasn't COVID, but it felt like COVID. I mean, it was all a lot of congestion. No fever, nothing like that, but it was just congestion, non-stop congestion over, and it lingered for a week. Then it went on to the second week, and then finally, the usually what happens to me is after I get that, my voice goes. I get like I don't say laryngitis, but it just goes for a few days, but it just lingered and lingered, and I didn't want to come back until I was 100%. Because I don't want to, you don't want to hear me struggling to talk. I didn't want to do that. So now I'm better. I was gonna wait till Tuesday, but I figured today I'm not doing anything today. Another thing that happened in my basement is I did get a little flooding in the basement. But we had rain. We had 7 inches of rain in 2 days last weekend, and I had puddling in this basement, and it didn't get to the point where it threatened my equipment, but I need to relocate some of it. I'm gonna have to relocate this to the second floor eventually because there's a wood floor here in the basement, but it's on top of course concrete, and that wood floor is rotted because it's been a few times it got flooded down here, but not really bad. But that wood is rotted now. You can actually you can smell it. Of course, I got the air purifier over there, and it's dry now. I had the dehumidifiers running for the last couple of days, so now it's better. You can smell a little bit. So this wood floor needs to go. So before I do that, I'm gonna have to relocate all this stuff upstairs. So I'm doing the stream today because I'm probably gonna start doing this after tomorrow. I'm gonna start relocating. I'm gonna do a couple of more streams here. And then most likely I probably won't do a stream for about a couple of weeks or so. And then probably after that, I'll be upstairs and do live streams upstairs. Because I need to rip this floor out. This floor needs to go. And which I should have done years ago. I need to put sump pump. I don't have any sump pump down here, believe it or not. I don't. There is a sump pump, like a well. Somebody dug one many, many years ago. One in this room right here in this corner, and one toward the boiler room. So I'm going to install one in the boiler room first. And I already bought it. It's right there. I need to install it. I already bought the sump pump. I bought the check valve. Now I have to do the plumbing, and I need to dig that one. So I have a lot of work to do. It's a lot of work. And I just, like I said, I was just sick. So now, as soon as I get better, I have to go work. So, I mean, that's what happens when you have a basement, when you have a basement, these things happen. But thank God it wasn't like, in some stories you hear, people get flooding up to, that's not the case here, but I need to take measures now before that does happen. Hey, hello, Robert Varner. How's it going? And yeah, I'm a lot better. Thank you. So I need to do this because I can no longer ignore, Plus, when I do get water down here, normally it's enough that I just use a shop vac and get rid of it. But I believe another thing is when they chopped down those trees on the hill up there, they chopped over 100 trees on that hill. Trees do help absorb water. And I told my wife back then, months ago, when they were chopping down those trees, I said, what they're doing there is going to affect us because all that water is going to go somewhere. And it turned out that it was coming down here more. That the other day when it was raining, I was looking out the window. I could see a little waterfall up the hill, and I never saw that before. It looked like a little waterfall, literally. And that water's coming down to my backyard, and then my backyard gets, flooded. Then it comes back up. The groundwater, it goes down, but then once the ground gets saturated, it comes back up, and it made it to the basement. It made it to here. And the puddle was almost right here by, that corner of the room. There was a puddle. And also in the middle of the next room there was a puddle, but it never got to the point where, you know, my equipment was in, you know, in danger of getting flooded. Excuse me. So, you know, I said enough is enough. I have to relocate the stuff, and it's going to be for a while. And then, and plus, it'll give me a chance to, which I wanted to do also. I want to revamp, because I got to rip that floor anyway. But I want to redo this basement, and I want to do a permanent shack down here, because it's just you know, it's temporary shelving. It's kind of old and it's not very reliable. I want to do something more permanent. Maybe get a corner desk. So I'm gonna redo this whole thing, this whole basement. And of course, it needs a paint job and all that. But that floor needs to go. It has to go. And then I'm gonna implement the sump pump. I'm gonna have one in that corner right there, and of course one in the back. And that should kick in. You know, when the minute water starts coming up the ground, of course, sump pump just kicks in and starts pumping out the water out into the street. And I need to do that. Hey, hello, James Farley. Yeah, I'm glad to see you guys back. So I sound a lot better. I'm, you know, I'm still a little here. You know, I still have to. But I'm not coughing as much as I did a couple of weeks ago. Because what happens is when you lay down, you go to sleep, and you wake up, is when it builds up. And then but I'm better now. I'm a lot better. My son is better. He went to school this week. He's doing better. He has a little cough still. My wife is doing better. But it wasn't COVID. I'm telling you. It was just something that happened through April. I don't know. It was just April was a really bad month for some reason. So, and it was around this time last year that I had similar issue. Around April-ish, except that, you know, it lingered all the way to June. And then I think I made a video around June of last year. So this is the time, I guess, because it transitions from, because we get 80-degree days, which happened a few weeks ago, and it went down into the 30s. And that fluctuation is, I guess, you know, a lot of people get sick. My brother's upstairs is also sick. You know, people say it's an allergy. In my case, I don't know if it's an allergy, because I'm not really allergic to the tree pollen and all that. But my son is, and my wife. For me, it was more of a, for me, it was more of a temperature thing. It's like a cold. But I didn't have no fever. I didn't have stuffy nose. I didn't have anything like that. It was just bronchial, like more chest congestion. But it could be that too. It could be allergy. I mean, I have to do an allergy test anyway, because I didn't do one last year. I was supposed to do it last year and I didn't do it. When that whole thing happened with me with the anaphylactic, I never got to do my allergy test. So I need to do that. So anyway, I'm back, and good to see you guys. I was itching to be back a while, but I just couldn't. I didn't want to come back and kind of struggle to talk. I didn't want to do that, you know. And so I waited till I was okay. Even last week I was better, but I was like, no, I'll wait till I'm really comfortable to talk, and I'm okay now, you know, I'm not struggling now. So water. Gotta drink a lot of water too. So yeah, and also conditions been horrible. I haven't been listening to much on Shortwave because conditions are bad. I tried a couple of times to do FT8 on 10 meters, nothing. Maybe one or two contacts, like not much. Conditions been really bad. Even medium wave DXing, even when they hear it on medium wave, I'll hear crashes and stuff like that. And it's just been overall, April's been a bad month for me. Oh my God, April. I thought April was gonna be, oh, spring is here. Well, April's been, first of all, April has been rainy. Normally it's, well, yeah, April showers bring May flowers, right? That's what they say. So I'm hoping May is a lot better. I'm hoping May is like they're saying, April shower. I hope we're done with all that rain, because we had a lot of rain. I don't know if it was just all that, and not only rain, it was just cloudy. We had a couple of days that it was really nice. Sun was out. Like today. Today is beautiful outside. It's sunny outside right now. 66 degrees outside. So after this live stream, I'm gonna go outside and mow the lawn. I'm gonna clean up the yard. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the day outside. So anyway, and during that time, I bought a couple of things. Well, not actually a couple of things. Well, they're not radio related. And I also bought this guy. The Quang Sheng UVK5. I was gonna do an unboxing video, but I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna unbox. I did already. I did took out the wrapper already, so I'm gonna do an unboxing right now. Actually, as you can see, it's a two-way radio. Is this similar to like the Baofeng? A lot of people are talking about this radio, and the price of this radio is it was on AliExpress for $19 and change. But I wanted to buy it from eBay. Let me put the box right here for a second. I'm gonna unbox everything. So this is the radio right here. It's a transceiver. I bought it primarily because I want to keep the Baffling. I want to take this one with me and the Explorer when I travel. This one has already, you don't have to. This one already has the channels for it, the NOAA band, weather band. So you don't have to, like the others, you have to go to the frequency itself, and this one you don't have to do that. So it's nice to have that already preset. So this is the radio right here. I'm going to compare it next to the Baofeng in terms of size. Let me see. Baofeng right here. Okay. So this is the Baofeng, and this is this one. See, it's a slightly bigger. Okay. Let me put that radio here. Because we already have the battery installed. Wow. But normally this comes without the battery installed. The battery separate, but they have it installed already, the battery. Okay. So I just turned it on, of course. Turn it on. Let me put the antenna. So it comes with one antenna. Okay. There's the antenna for it. Okay, so this is how it looks. So next to the Baofeng with the antenna now. Of course, we're talking about this. All right. Because this one, it's old, but I bought this one because the reviews on this one has been, a lot of people like this radio. And of course, I got the free radio. This is the one from the free radio. So this one's still bigger. And they're still giving away this radio. If you get your amateur license, if it's your first amateur license, they extended it, I think, until June, I believe. When I got mine back in October, excuse me. When I got my technician license in September, of course I qualified for the free radio, QRZ.com, and I got the free radio. They're still giving away the radio. So if anybody's interested in getting their technician license or any or the other two, and it's your first time, it has to be your first time ever getting your license, your amateur radio license. you can qualify to get a free radio. And it's a nice radio. It is a nice radio. So yeah, so I'm definitely going to play around with this radio. AliExpress is $19 and change. Of course, I don't got the programming cable. I'm going to get that separately. On eBay, I paid $20 with the shipping and taxes and everything. It came out to $29, which is still pretty inexpensive. So I plan to, I can use this to listen to the air band. Of course, the weather, no weather, and of course also a transceiver. So of course, I'm a technician level. I can use this also. The reason why I bought this one because I want to have one. I have mine here, but of course, always for emergency. So whenever we go traveling, we go by car, whatever. I'm definitely gonna take this guy with me. And this one, the QRZ also. I like this one also. You can never have enough emergency radios. So of course this comes with the I'll show you the rest of the box right here. So this comes with the belt clip thingy. And this is the charger. Let me take this out. And this is the charger for it. Okay. And it has a outlet. Okay, so that's the good thing. And I have to plug in straight into. So I got I got the charger for this. Of course, the lanyard, which I don't really use this, but another one. And that's it. That's what you get. And around $29. Yeah, $29. I paid total on eBay. Like I said, you go out the express and get this as low as $19 and change. I've seen as low as $19 and change. This is probably the cheapest transceiver I own. Of course, if you want it with the programming cable, the cable and all that, it's still like $30. So this is very inexpensive. Cheaper than the Baofeng. This one, very inexpensive. But it's and you can unlock a couple of more frequencies on this, which I'm not gonna do, but you can. It's a simple little. I think you hold down the volume, something, and you turn on the radio. So I forgot what it was. There's videos on it if you want to unlock a couple of more. But this is wow. I mean, for the price, if this is gonna be a first, if you're getting a technician license and you need your first transceiver, I would just get some. I would just get this. This is very inexpensive. Let's start out with this. So I guess that's gonna be the new Baofeng. Because everybody, and I don't want to say everybody and their mama has one of these. I think everybody has one of these somewhere. The Baofeng. So I guess this one's gonna replace this one as the cheapest transceiver you can buy. So yeah, all right. Let me put these back because I already have a mess here. Let me put these back. Okay, Baofeng goes here, and where's my QRZ radio? QRZ radio goes here. Is it? Oh my God, Daddy! Really? Oh, the opposite. Is it? All these cradles get mixed up. Okay, there you go. There you go. Now I'm going to have another cradle up there. Let me put this one up there. We get these headphones out of here. Another cradle right here. For this guy. So there you go. So now I have three of them up there. So yeah, so I'm gonna revamp this this shack. I want to put more permanent, because I want to put more permanent shelving, more stronger shelving, and then but after I rip out the floor, I gotta rip out this floor. I'm gonna do some demo work in here too. So yeah, so this is anybody interested in this radio? It is the Guangsheng. I know my pronunciation is like so it's right there. That's the model right there. Okay, I'm shaking too much now. Guangsheng UVK5. Yeah, of course I forgot they should have left the frequencies right there. So there's plenty of good reviews on this transceiver. So I just received this yesterday. Leave the box there. Let me put the accessories right here, the belt clip, because I put that in a separate drawer. And of course, the instructions right here. Very simple instructions. Let me see. Wait a minute. Oh my. I'll think mine is in Chinese. Oh boy. Yeah, mine is in Chinese. I think. Oh. Yep. Yeah, forget about this one. Mine is in Chinese. It ain't gonna help me out much. I'll figure it out. But there's plenty of videos on that already. There's a lot of videos on it. When I first saw that radio on AliExpress. I went to AliExpress and I saw it there. I'm like $19. Wow. $19. It was like $19.53, something like that. I'm like, wow, that's under $20. So of course, I went on YouTube and I typed the model, and a whole bunch of people review that radio. So there must have been, like it's like like the SH Data D109. A bunch of people got it for free, I guess. Even Dave Kassler reviewed that radio. I'm like, why would he even own a radio like that? But there's a lot of reviews on that radio. So I was like, so I saw a couple of videos. I said, oh, okay, this is it. And they say it's a good radio. I said, okay, so I'm gonna buy one. I know. So there you go. So now I own that radio. So once I learn the radio a little bit, I'm gonna make videos on that. And I think that's the last of those radios I'm buying. So now I have 3 of them. So I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna try the scanner feature. It has a scanner feature too for because I wanted to use that also like my scanner, mobile scanner. So I'm gonna see if I can. If not, I'm gonna have to buy a dedicated mobile scanner. Because that's one thing I wanted to when I travel. I can't take these with me. I don't want to take these with me, but I want a mobile scanner. I know the one that MyRadio DX has is pretty nice, but that's $100. I didn't want to pay. I didn't want to spend $100 on that, which I'm rarely going to use it. I was trying to hold off on pulling the trigger on that. So when I saw this one, I saw the reviews on it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to pull the trigger on this one. It's $20. So $29 total. I pulled the trigger on it. So I think it'll be a good addition. And then if eventually, I'm still looking for one, but I don't want to buy a brand new one. I want to buy a used, maybe one from eBay, mobile scanner. Like when I travel, I plan to go back to Indiana maybe in a few weeks. No, not in a few weeks, a couple of months from now. Maybe we'll go back to Indiana for about a week. I want to take a scanner with me. And okay, I'm going to skip this ad thing. It popped up on my thing. Yeah, skip the ad. You guys were about to get an ad. It pops up. It just popped up saying some of you viewers are going to get the ad. But I guess YouTube is doing this in the middle of the stream. They're doing ads now. So I just skipped it. It popped up on my thing. That's weird. And it says viewers are going to get the ad in about 50 seconds. And then the bar is going down, and they have an option to skip the ad. So I just skipped it. Yeah, I want to make a little money, but I don't want to be having too many ads while I'm talking. It would be nice, like maybe if I go out for a second, I could put the ad and they come back. Wow. Yeah, so all right, let me see.
Tremillard, ABC News.
Wins News Time 12:17 in New York today. The commissioning of a ship, the USS Town. Governor Hope.
Let me see what's on shortwave. Of course, like I said, conditions been very bad. I mean, you know. Let me try to, 17,855. Nothing. Wow.
From World War II. Headline.
Okay. Let's see. Let me try. All right. You know what? I'll try this radio.
And
Yes.
I'm going back and chronicling the
conditions
history
been
of what
sucking.
happened. And it
Okay, well that's okay. No music strike, please. And that's because WRMI, but with that you get that with a piece of string, I guess. Let me see what else. Nothing. Wow, it is. Let me try 17. Come on. Yeah. Not much. Well, I mean, it is day and during daytime. It's actually it's always like that. During daytime, usually not that good. Especially right now, it's at 12. Just gonna be 12:20. So not much for that in terms of listening. I'm gonna back on the AM band.
They handle their claims from start to finish, unlike those other warranty.
Yeah, so conditions haven't been that great. So yeah, so good addition, and of course, D109. Now I had it for a couple of months now. This radio surprises me every day. It's actually much. When I say before it was a medium wave, it is sensitive. Oh, and there's a guy that did a mod on this. Gary DXer. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him. He put a ferrite bar on top of the radio, like a permanent one, and he was DXing, a medium wave on it. Because it was daytime medium wave, and I'm surprised the radio didn't overload because I didn't know. According to him, when he opened it up, the ferrite bar it's over here. It's not up here. I believe he said it was here. The ferrite bar. I'm not gonna open mine up, but I believe it's. So he had to do something to it. Anyway, he put a ferrite bar up here. I think he used a plastic level, and he cut it. And I guess he super glued it onto here, and he put a ferrite bar, and then he ran the wires through the antenna jack. He ran the wires through there, and he modded his because he also has a modded SHZ D808. So he modded this one now too, the D109. And I thought about doing that too. I have two of them, so I thought about doing that. But I really want to give away the other one. And I'm trying to figure out who can I give it to. I have a couple of people in mind. If they come on the chat, I'll see maybe because I want to give it to a kid. I really don't want to give it to somebody that has, that could afford the radio. No, I want to give it to somebody that really can benefit from it, and I'll give them the second. And I want to give them the good one without the glitch. So this is the one with the glitch because it doesn't have the sticker on it. The other one I haven't peeled off the sticker, so I want to give them that one. So I'll just whenever randomly, eventually I'll just find some and I'll just give it. Of course, if they are under a certain age, they're gonna need their price permission for their shipping info, and it has to be in the United States. I'm not gonna do no overseas shipping. I'll just so I'll see who really wants the radio, and if they come on here and they tell me they want the radio, and tell me why they want the radio, they can afford it, I guess, whatever, or like I said, I'd rather give it to a kid. Unlike dump it in I don't want to do that. Give it to somebody that needs it. Yeah, how many times I wanted to give a radio to my brother Harry, and he's like, "Oh, I don't want to listen to shortwave. I don't want to." I say, like people are just, whatever. They're afraid. There's a guy down the block here. He lives in because down the block there's a building. It's like a what do you call that? It's like a Section 8 building. What they call Section 8. It's like affordable housing, but it's for seniors. That building is only for seniors. So it's affordable housing for seniors. A building, a few houses down the block. And I was walking the other day, and I saw a wire hooked up to a tree because they have a couple of trees outside the building. So this person, I guess, lives on the second floor. Well, he lives on the second floor. And there's a little wire. I saw a little wire. I just happened to look at it right there. I saw the wire going into his window. So I guess he has. I guess we have a shortwave listener down the block. So I was tempted to go up in the building and knock on his door and say, "Hey, you listen to shortwave?" And because I don't have anybody around here that listens to shortwave. And that's just like I said, that's affordable housing for seniors. And the wire, you can tell is because he even the way he's had it up there, it's like a little insulator to some fishing line that he tied up to the tree, and then he put in his window. Those a wire. It's just a thin little wire, like like one of these antennas, and it goes right into his window. And I'm like, okay, so we got a shortwave listener in the block. So maybe I'll just go in the building one and knock on his door, and maybe I'll give him this radio. I'll say, hey, you listen to shortwave? Well, I listen to shortwave too. I live right up the block, and probably gonna think I'm crazy. Like, well, who are you? First of all, who are you? You're knocking on my door telling me you listen to shortwave. But it was nice to see that. I was like, wow. He was running a wire out his window to the nearby. It's a nearby tree. It's like a maple tree, oak tree. Excuse me. Yeah, it was an oak tree. And you can see the wire. It's purple, a little purple wire going into his window. I thought that was so cool. I said, man, like a breath of fresh air. Like, wow, you got a shortwave listener in the neighborhood other than me. I mean, I'm sure there's a couple of people around here. They just, but that was so cool to see the wire going into somebody's apartment. So now I got to know this person. I got to see who this person is. I'm intrigued by it now. It's good. And of course, we're getting these ads on the radio now, and they're more often now, especially on WABC, about the AM, safe AM radio. Of course, I have a petition for that. I signed the petition a few weeks ago. Let me see where it's at now, actually. Let me check. AM radio petition. and exchange.org. Because somebody told me that you got to pay $10. You're not going to pay $10. That pops up as an option. And you could say, because you could sign the petition, and there's an option that says, would you also like to donate? You don't have to donate. It's just free. Let me put the URL in the chat right now. So right now it's 5,534 signed the petition. They're trying to get it to 7,500. And I'm going to put the link in the description at the end of the stream. So it's change.org, save AM radio. But they're trying to pass a bill that they want to make AM radio mandatory on all vehicles. Because as we know, of course they're not electric vehicles, but now even like Ford announced that they're gonna not put AM radio on any vehicle, electric or otherwise. They're just cutting out AM radio completely. So of course this bill they want to create a bill that AM radio is necessary for emergency service. It's part of the emergency alert system, which is. So I think it's important that, I signed the petition weeks ago. So, and of course, WABC Radio was the one that started the petition. Yeah, because I think that if the car makers get rid of AM radio, I think that's going to be the end of AM radio. I think because most people that do listen to AM radio, other than I know us, we listen to it at home. But a lot of people do listen to it when they're driving and they're stuck in traffic or whatever, they're commuting. They'll tend to put more AM radio than FM. And if they do eliminate AM radio from vehicles, I think that'll be the death nail for AM radio in this country. Because then the market will be so much smaller. Only, of course, older vehicles are going to still have AM radio, but newer vehicles are going to be, you're not going to be able to AM radio on newer vehicles. And I think that'll kill the market. So I think everybody should sign this petition. I know last time I posted, somebody said that you got to put $10. No, you don't got to donate anything. It asks you, will you also want to donate? Just skip that. You say, no, I don't want to donate, and just sign the petition. And hello, Mike. Mickey, right? Mike. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, thank you. Good to be back. So I asked you guys to sign the petition. Very important that you sign the petition because we don't want to see that. We don't want to see AM radio disappear on all vehicles because Ford already announced it. So we need companies like Ford to change that decision and say, you know what, we need to keep AM radio on vehicles. I understand electric. It's harder on electric, but in terms of just regular fossil fuel combustion engine vehicles, I don't know what's the reason why they want to get rid of it. It doesn't cost much of anything, I guess in their case, they're just trying to save money. I don't know, but hello, Andy Cowley. How's it going? Hello, brother. I don't know why I do the Hulkamania thing around. So, yeah, please sign the petition. And like I said, I know somebody brought it up that you had to donate. You don't have to donate anything. If you want to donate, you can, but you don't have to. You don't have to. It just pops up. Just skip and I just want to sign the petition. That's it. All right. I think I'm going to keep talking about that every time I'm on the live stream. I'm going to put the link in my description. Because we have to save AM radio. If like I said, because Ford is already, and I own Ford stock, I'm thinking about selling it. If they go through with this, I'm just going to sell my stock. I'm not going to back a company that's going to, I already sold a few shares of other companies that are And this is, but that's for woke reasons. I sold those shares. The link is right there, Mike. Change.org. It's right there, right above you. But I'm also going to put in the description at the end of the stream. So just sign the petition, and I'm a shareholder. I have shares of Ford. I forgot how many shares I have. It's a couple of hundred, I think, or something like that. I forgot what it was. I may just sell it. I know they started paying. Plus, whatever. I may just sell it because I don't want to be part of that. If you're not gonna support AM radio, I'm just gonna sell it. And that's it. I sold Twitter over a year ago. So when they started censoring, I said, you know what? F you, Twitter. Yeah. No, I understand. And the electric vehicles, I understand. But Ford wants to do it on all vehicles, which is a mistake. And some companies are going to follow that. I believe Volkswagen is another one. They're going to do it on all vehicles. And not only EV, but all vehicles, they want to do that. They want to give it AM radio. And I think if they, I understand the electric stuff because of the noise, but on all vehicles, I think that's a big mistake. And I think that if that happens, the market is going to shrink a lot, because what's the next step? You already see it in some, aside for the Chinese radios and all that. Next thing you know is they're going to be selling radios without AM. But I believe that most people listen to AM radio in their car. So if you eliminate that on all vehicles, I think there's not going to be much of a market for AM broadcasting, and that's the end of AM in this country. And I know people say, oh, there's a lot of talk radio, and a lot of it is political. No, there's plenty. If you listen to AM, there's plenty of everything on AM. It's not just, people say, oh, there's a lot more. No, it's not a lot more conservative. There's NPR. NPR is not conservative. BBC, and I listen to BBC in the evening on a couple of stations. That is definitely not conservative. So when people say that's a weak argument about it's just a conservative, no. And there's other stuff on AM radio, like even though it's not in the United States, Zuma radio, I listen to it all the time. It's a lot of it's good music, classic rock and stuff like that. Of course you can get that on FM too, but Zuma radio is not here. Zuma radio is in Toronto. I listen to that every evening. So I think it's a mistake though when you want to shut down when you want to not put AM radio even on gas power. I think it's a mistake. I understand electric, and we're not there yet where everybody's gonna have electric vehicle. We're not there yet. We're not getting electric vehicle. Our next vehicle we buy is not gonna be electric. I'm not buying. I just I believe electric vehicles are still, they're getting down to the point that they're more affordable, but they're not. For me, they're not there yet. And like I said, I don't see the need for electric vehicles yet. And of course, you hear all the stuff on. I watch some of the news. I can't watch it all the time because they want to do military electric vehicles. I don't know how that's going to work in a battlefield. Are you going to have charging stations in the battlefield? I understand. I get the whole climate thing, the whole climate change, and you want to do alternative sources but don't force it on the public. That's my thing. People should have choices. So And some heavy machinery, what they're gonna do, like for example, you're gonna have electric bulldozers, electric cranes, electric, come on. The equipment to mine those minerals are, they're not electric. They're diesel fuel. So it's like I don't know. It's just crazy. And if they do get rid of AM radio on all vehicles, that's gonna be the end of AM radio, and you know, and we'll soon. Well, I mean, already in Europe, they're already shutting down a lot of. There's a lot of medium wave stations that are shut down in Europe. A lot of in long wave, of course, is only I believe less than a few. Yeah. So let me read some of the comments. I'm sorry. Anyway, I just answered some of them. So Andy Cowley says Tesla. It is because the car makes so much noise on the radio. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and like I said, I understand the electric, but I'm talking about all vehicles. Yeah, that's the mistake. And Mike says Chevy stopped the CD in their vehicles. Yeah, I noticed that too. BBC. Yeah. And of course, some of them even want you to subscribe to like XM. I'm not gonna subscribe to no, even the free trial. I'm not gonna subscribe to no. I have XM. Well, I had XM Sirius a long time ago. I have 2 receivers right there. They just that was a long time ago. That was back in like 2003 when I had those, XM. I tried it out for before it was before the merger actually. I tried 1 year of Sirius and then 1 year of XM. And I got tired of it. I was like, this is like, of course, that was before streaming became very, very popular. Now you could just get a streaming your phone. You don't even need anything. Actually, use your phone. Your phone, you can stream any. So even though it's the content there, it's like, oh, why am I gonna pay to see? Of course, I don't like Howard Stern. I used to listen to Howard Stern a long time ago. Now he's crazy. He went crazy. That man is crazy now. He's like totally lost his mind, that man. So I'm gonna pay to see him. I have plenty of radio to still listen to. So, but if they get rid of that, I listen to FM every once in a while, but a lot of it, I just don't. Especially music stations. Some of the music, I just, maybe it's just me. No, it is me. I can't listen to that new stuff. I just can't. I can't relate to that. Mike, BBC, let's all hang out. AM in Petersburg Vacation has an excellent old rap station. I love jamming to the early days. Yeah, that's what I like, the old school stuff. But the new stuff I can't listen to. I just can't. It's just I can't. So right now it's 53 minutes in the stream. I got 9 people watching, 6 likes. Thank you. And like I said earlier, so I'll come back on Tuesday, and then after that I'm gonna see, because like I said, I'm gonna start doing work on this floor, but I'm gonna start in that room first. I need to take the floor out. This room is a lot of stuff is in this room, because I got to move all this stuff out of here and put on the second floor. That's gonna be a lot. Exactly, Mike. The industry runs on diesel. You're talking about heavy machinery, just the heavy machinery to mine the minerals. It's all diesel. It's not going to be electric. So, well, let's hope not. I mean, there's other avenues of free speech, but I don't want to get into that whole political thing, Kyle. I know there is more talk stations on AM in terms of like both sides of the aisle. On FM, is especially here in New York, near New York City. Here in New York City, a lot of the FM stations are music. couple of sports stations. I'm talking about FM. A couple of sports stations. There's a couple of talk stations, but they're to the left. You know what I mean? They're to the left. And then I believe, 1010 wins also. It has a took over 92.3, and that's it. Now on AM, of course, it's the opposite. You have a lot of talk stations. Most of them are conservative to the right. You have a couple of NPR stations, and then you have some, a few sports talk stations. We have a few news stations 24/7, like CBS 880 and 1010 wins. And then, of course, we have a Spanish sports station, ESPN Deportes. And we have, what else we have here? We have a couple of ethnic stations. One is, Indian music, Hindu. And we have one Korean station, just Korean. We have one that's ethnic. That's just, I think in the daytime they're Russian. And then at night they are Spanish. So it's both. Hello, Glenn Dansler. How's it going? Good to see you too. I have 11 family members here in the country for a barbecue. 80 degrees here in South Carolina. I will have to see the rest of the show tomorrow. That's fine. Yeah, enjoy your barbecue. After this stream, I'm going outside. It's a beautiful day here. It's going to be 70 degrees. Right now, 67 degrees, and it's sunny. So another hour or so, I'm going to be outside. I'm doing the stream now, and then I know Jules is going to be on around, I think he's on 4 o'clock, right? 4 o'clock Eastern. But I'll be outside. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day outside. I'm going to be out for another hour or so. And then, Kyle Swagger. FM has become mostly a 24-hour jukebox. Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of music. And of course, we got HD stations here. And sub-channels, a lot of them are different music. So this FM is just music, a lot of music, most of it. Even the college stations. I mean, there is one that I listen to. I'm probably gonna have that one playing outside today. I think it's WBGO 88.9, is it? I forgot. And that one plays jazz. I like that one. And around this time they play jazz. They play a lot of jazz. I like jazz. So that's music I can listen to outside when I'm mowing the lawn or something. I'll listen to some jazz. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go upstairs. My son finally got up. He's sleeping late today. I'll be right back. All right. Yep. My son just woke up from his nap. Yeah, so definitely what I was saying before. Oh yeah, anyway, after this, I'm gonna go outside and enjoy the rest of the day. So yeah, definitely, Glenn, enjoy your barbecue. I was thinking about firing up my grill too today. Maybe grill some. I have chicken I can grill. I have I gave me an idea. I got shrimp I can grill. Grill shrimp. Some chicken. Or maybe I'll run to the supermarket and buy some steak. Buy a couple of steaks or something. Yeah, because man, this weather's been crazy. Finally, it's a nice day today. Like I said, man, I was like, I got tired of cleaning up this basement the last few days because I got a little puddle here. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of work to move all this stuff to the second floor temporarily, and I'm gonna be up there for a while. So I'll do this stream, and then Tuesday I'll do one more stream on Tuesday, and then I probably won't stream for a while. And then the next time you'll see me streaming will be upstairs, and I'll start emptying out get everything off here, and because I gotta remove all these antenna wires, I gotta go up there now. Oh my God, it's gonna be a lot of work. So you'll see a work in progress as I'm streaming up there. But it's a bigger room. It's a lot bigger room. I could definitely put all my equipment up there. And everything right here is like the server rack is gonna stay here for now, but eventually it's gonna go to the other room. I want to separate the two also. Yep. So let me see what I can listen to right now. This is just conditions is not that. Oh my God. Actually, let me check. Let me check. Nah.
Sea temperature 55 degrees. Wave height 3 feet. Wave period 10 seconds. On the western sound, Kings Point reported a north wind at 9 knots.
All right, let me see the
air temperature was 60 degrees. At Bridgeport Harbor, a north wind at 5 knots was reported. The air temperature was 65 degrees.
Oh, sorry. Nothing on the CB band. This last few weeks, man, conditions been sucking, to say the least. Yes, I got a lot of work to do here. Where's my mouse at? It's like the two screens. Sometimes I lose my mouse and it's these two screens in between. Oh my God. Mike, I pulled out my Cato radio and realized that the batteries were dead. I said it's a perfect day to set out in the sunlight and try. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You gave me an idea. I'm going to take this one out there. This guy. My solar one. I'm going to take this one out there. I can charge it. I got this one. I had another one, my Midland, but I gave that one to my brother Eric a long time ago. I should, and I regret giving that one. I used to love that radio for travel. That was my weather radio to travel. So I think I'm gonna put this one out there to charge. Of course, this one's for listening because it's tiny. It's not good. So I'll just put this one out there. I can put it in the windowsill, let it charge. When I listen to jazz, I'm gonna mow the lawn and clean up the yard a little bit today. I'm gonna take it easy. I'm not gonna overdo it. But I need to cut the grass. It's like getting tall. We had all that rain, so I'm clean it up a little bit before the missus come home. She's at work right now. Oh, because she'll be like, "What you did today? You didn't do anything today?" Yes, it's okay. Yeah, I got work to do. Cato, which Cato radio you have? Oh, you talking about? Oh, I know which one. You talking about like the weather one? Which is the Voyager? Is it called? Is it the Voyager? That's the one with the solar and the. It's like this one, but this one is not. This one doesn't have weather. This is just shortwave. It does have the solar and it does have the dynamo crank. probably the. I'm thinking it's because I know that's the one that I see a lot. Is Kato, the Voyager. They have several colors, I think. And let me go over here for a minute. Oh, sorry about that. Of course, I haven't been much on 10 meters lately, but let me just do a little update on that real quick. Hello, Peter. How's it going? A lot of stuff been going on. I'm back. Of course, I'm going to be changing the location. I'm going to be streaming upstairs next week. Good to see you. So, of course, this is my QRZ page. So now they have a new award. It's right here. The QRZ 30. That's a new award they have there. And I just got this one. So I haven't done much. I haven't done much on 10 meters because, like I said, conditions hasn't been that good. It's been really not that good lately with the conditions. Now suddenly I look very bright. Okay. I go like that. Yeah. Peter, all good. All good. Thank you. I've been studying the GPT and the AI, currently installing Alpaca LLM to work on my old 1080 Ti. Okay. Yeah, a few weeks ago when I was on, somebody mentioned Chat GPT. I didn't even know what that was. Oh, okay, graphics card. I didn't know what the hell Chat GPT was. So I went there. I said, let me go chat the open AI, whatever. Yeah, posting questions, and it just tells you the answer. And it's like, wow. No, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, but thank you, Andy. Yeah, so yes, I looked into that Chat GPT because now it's all over the news. It's all over the news now. I heard it on I think Frank Morano overnight. He was talking about it, and I was like, okay, what the hell is Chat GPT? So I went there. And I just started typing stuff. It tells you, like, it's very fascinating. I was like, wow. I was like, oh my God. Because there was a news article that somebody I mean, I don't know. I think somebody committed suicide because I think the person asked what to do about something, and supposedly the Chat GPT told him to kill himself. Yeah, I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. Now, first thing is, why would you even listen to? I don't know. Anyway, I think beyond Chat GPT, that person had problems. Obviously, to even take an advice of, yeah, Skynet. That's what I was trying to allude to that. Oh my God, Chat GPT. Oh God. Anyway, hello, David. David Radio Room. How's it going? Yeah. So I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to be part of the Department of Defense. You said Skynet. Man, that's been going on for years. I mean, this is not new. It's not new. We've been knowing about AI for years. I think that's why Facebook stock just went up, Peter, because they're working on that. Facebook, Meta, Meta. So I was thinking about selling on Facebook. And my wife, we're looking at each other. We're like, yeah, we're looking at each other. And then I heard the other day that they exceeded expectations. And I told my wife, I said, you know what that is, right? That's the AI. That's why the price just went up again on Facebook. Because that's why they changed their name to Meta. Because they want to get their feet into the AI business. So well, of course we didn't sell our stock. We still have it. I still own Meta. I keep calling it Facebook. I still own Meta, so I'm not gonna sell it now. I hope now it goes even higher. Right now it's about $200 a share. All-time high thing for Facebook was over $320. I'm looking at my wife, man. Like Chipotle. I can't believe Chipotle is $2,000 a share, $2,500 a share. I think Chipotle. And my wife and I, we wanted to buy Chipotle 3 years ago when it was like about $700, and we thought it was very expensive back then. Now I regret not buying Chipotle. Anyway, now we're getting into the whole stock talk. Anyway, let me go back to the chat. Yeah, banks, forget it. I don't have much on banks. I don't invest. That's one of few industries I don't invest much in, banks. I only have the big ones. I only have Bank of America and Barclays. I think those are the only two stocks that I own. I think the only two stocks I own for banks is Barclays. I have to look at my portfolio. Wow, it's been a while since I checked out Barclays, and I know Bank of America. I do have. I don't own Citicorp. I hate Citicorp. I got rid of them years ago. Citicorp, Citibank. I got rid of them. JP Morgan Chase. I don't own them either. I think they're too. I refuse to buy those stocks. That's another thing I do now. I don't buy stocks that are from crazy companies. I'm not going to support companies that are like that, like crazy. Like, of course, what happened with Budweiser. I don't own Bud stock. Thank God. Oh, my God. I own Coors. So I noticed my Coors stock went up. I do own Coors. That's the only beer stock that I own is Coors. I was very close to buying Bud, but Coors was at a better price at the time when I bought it. I didn't get to buy Bud. Thank God I didn't buy Bud now. Of course, it's not Bud. The ticker symbol is Bud, but they're actually Ambev. They're a Belgian company, I believe. Yeah, I bought Coors. That's the one I bought. It was very cheap when I bought it. It was during the pandemic. I bought Coors because I knew it was going to go up because people were gonna drink. Yeah, Ambev. Yeah, or Ambev, something like that. Yeah, stupid. And of course, I haven't drank in a few months, but my beer was Bud Light. That was my beer. I'm not buying that anymore. I'm done with that. Yeah. My favorite was Coors Light for a while. But then I switched to Bud. I don't know why. And I guess because it was just a little stronger. I don't know why. It was stupid. I'm glad now. I don't know what these companies are thinking when they do that. What are you thinking? What do you think was going to happen? If I was on the board of directors, I would look at her like, what the hell are you doing? What the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, of course. Yeah, but I don't drink. Like I could drink. Like, what sells here a lot in the Modelo, and of course Modelo is number 2 now. Modelo's going to overtake them now. But I can't drink Modelo because it's too strong for me, and that's why I stopped drinking. Because I'm trying to lose. I need to lose weight, and of course Modelo is a stronger beer. So that's another thing. So it's a lifestyle thing for me. I'm trying to change that. I don't want to drink anymore because it's just my wallet actually thanks me. Uh, I don't know so many, but I know Modelo is stronger than Bud and Coors, of course. They like Corona. Corona is pretty. Also, we have here, of course, Heineken. We have there's a popular beer over here, guys. A Dominican beer. It's called Presidente. That one is pretty strong. Presidente. I know that one is pretty. That's Dominican beer. We have that here. Of course, Heineken is still very popular. But yeah, Budweiser, I don't know what they were thinking. What the hell were they thinking? Seriously. And of course, European beers are stronger. That is correct. They are stronger. Overall alcohol, alcohol by what they call alcohol by volume or something. Yeah. So they are going to be stronger. I remember years ago. I remember Lowenbrow. I remember, of course, my Heineken is strong. For me, Heineken was strong compared to, like, I could not, go through a 6-pack of Heineken, you're already buzzed. A 6-pack of Coors Light or a 6-pack of Bud Light is nothing. That's they call that, what kind of water? I don't want to say it because I'm trying not to, you know, go to the bathroom water type thing. You know what I mean? So let me read up here real quick and I'll catch up. So NVIDIA, okay, so yeah, 1080i is NVIDIA graphic. Okay, I'm a tech, but I lost track of all the new stuff now. So yeah, Peter, ChatGPT is an AI chat. It really helps me with my work. I made a few programming scripts and stuff with it. Okay, cool. Wow. Yeah, the CEO went to the White House just days ago. Okay. And Peter says, ask it to help with electronics work. Just don't do it. Version 3.5 is faulty. GPT 4 is much better. And he says, Chat GPT is Skynet. I mean, common sense also is, like I said, that article about that person that actually committed suicide. I don't know why. I guess it supposedly took advice from ChatGPT, and ChatGPT, told him how to do it. I mean, but again, it's not the fault of ChatGPT. The person obviously has problems. If you're looking into, suicide, yeah, obviously something's wrong with you, not ChatGPT or whatever. Anyway, moving on to that. So, sorry. Yeah. So Peter says, 100% the DoDs. Yeah, they've been implementing that AI. That's been going on for years. Obviously when Terminator came out, that's probably been going on way back then. And Peter says the first big LLM leak was from Meta. Yeah. Mike says, hold up. Not the 390, but the other two features, the airband and other features. Something else. Kato has Stever. Okay. Yeah, I think it was the Voyager. Yeah, I know they have one that has the airband, and then I was planning to get one. I like them. They're nice little radios. I like them. Maybe when I get my next emergency radio, I'll probably get something like that. I like the Voyager ones. Yeah, so yeah, Peter. Yeah, I haven't invested lately. I'm still have my portfolio. I haven't sold anything. I just bought some. The only thing I bought lately was Seaboard, which is a $3,800 stock. I just bought fraction of that. I just started to buy a little bit of. I always wanted to own Seaboard the stock. That is a conglomerate. It is I think number 3 or number 2 price stock is up there. It's a very expensive stock. Of course, I'm eyeing I want to get Booking, but it's too expensive. There's a rumor that Booking is going to split. And if Booking splits, then I'm going to buy some Booking. That was a Priceline. That is travel, travel stock, Booking.com. And that stock is very expensive too, Booking. Yeah, laughing my. Hey, hello, Bobby. Let me go back up here. I'm sorry. I'm working down my way to the chat. Yeah, I know. Laughing my, Bud Fudd. Yeah. I thank God I didn't buy Bud. I only own core stock. And like I said, I don't know what the hell they're thinking. Really. I don't know how that was gonna work well with the regular people that, regular folks like me. When I used to work over here, I come home from work, I want to have a beer. I don't want to have a beer with political messages on my can. I'm sorry, I don't want that. What possessed them to do that? Or not even political, just, I'm sorry, I don't want to see, I'm going to say, I want to see a tranny on my can. I'm sorry. What possessed them to think that was going to go well with the rest of America? With people like me? I'm not buying it anymore. I don't want to buy it. Thank God I own the stock. I would have sold it. But this is but this is what happened when you hire. And this person is a CEO. She went to good schools. Apparently, she must have missed those classes. I don't know how she graduated. You go to Wharton, you go to Harvard, and this is your best marketing idea? Are you serious? And then she calls the people fratty, the old fratty. If you remember Budweiser, I'm gonna get into a tangent about this. I grew up watching Spud McKenzie. You remember Spud McKenzie, the little cute dog? That was the face of Budweiser. And then, of course, the Budweiser frog, which was funny. So, yeah, it is fratty. Yeah, it is fratty because it's funny. And, of course, they had, remember Dilly, the knight, the king? I guess it's King Arthur or something. Dilly. Remember that? So they're going to go from that to shove a lifestyle down your throat. That's not going to work well for us. We're not going to put up with that. I'm sorry. We're not going to put up with that. So the proof is in, what? I vote with my wallet. I'm not buying it no more. That's it. I'm not buying it no more. I don't care if they apologize. And no, you know what? That's it. You screwed up. That's it. You hire a CEO that doesn't know anything about business. If you walk down the street, ask people demographics. What would you like to see? Most people are going to say, leave it alone. You just changed the logo a few years ago. That's it. Just leave the way that, he's not always fratty. It's, but I think Spud McKenzie was cute. It's a cute dog. The Budweiser frog was funny. Of course, they had the Bud Bowl. Super Bowl, they had the Bud Bowl. But then you're going to go because everybody's afraid to say the truth. They're going to go, oh, let's put on, whatever. I wouldn't want to mention the person's name on the can. That's stupid. That's stupid. Anybody with a half a brain can tell you that that's not going to work. Okay? It's not going to work. Exactly, Peter. 99% of all graduate school graduates are idiots. Exactly. I'm going to say exactly. Because I don't know what they're learning now in school. It's stupid. I mean, they must have looked at her and said, get in a boardroom table. All the CEO, CIO, whatever, all these you're in charge of Budweiser. What would you do? Oh, we're going to put a tranny in a can. How do you think that's going to work out? What do you thought was going to happen? He's shoving that thing down everybody's throat. Are you kidding me? Seriously. Jesus Christ, what's this world coming to? You know it's not going to end well. And now the stock, I think their sales went, I forgot they lost like $6 billion worth for it's like $7 billion. I forgot the hell it is now. So that woman cost you $7 billion so far. Are you kidding me? Because stupid idea costing the company $7 billion with a B. You know my voice is better now. I'm back. No, I'm thinking about the Danny show. I'm thinking about talking about all this stuff, all these topics, because I want to talk about them because it's stupid. CEO. She's a CEO of Bud Light. They put her in charge of the Bud Light division, whatever the hell it's called. And that's the best idea you come up with? That's your marketing campaign? Wow. Okay, call in now, 1-800. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm going to put my phone number out there. Call in talk show. Yeah, I should do radio. I should do radio. I say it all the time. I should be on radio. So I'm auditioning for radio out there, people. You want to put me on a radio show? My email is in the about page. You can contact me there. And then we'll talk business. You know? No, but it's, my thing is, Mike, when my drinking means you're not giving a, no, there's plenty of stuff I don't like, apparel. I don't wear no NFL endorsed apparel no more. I don't wear no NFL apparel no more. I don't wear no Major League apparel no more. You know why? Because I used to watch a lot of sports, but when they went woke on me and they went crazy, I don't buy any merchandise from them anymore. I don't buy tickets anymore to all those events. I stopped supporting them. That's the way I deal with it. I'm not giving them my money. Boom. Same thing with Disney. My son doesn't watch Disney stuff. I'm done with Disney. I never liked the Disney anyway. I thank God my son is not into that. But if he would have been into that, I would have cut off Disney. Sorry, Disney, boop. Because you're too woke, you're too crazy. I'm done with that. That's how you hurt them. You hurt them in the pocketbook. So whenever I decide to drink beer again, I'm not drinking Bud Light. No more. I'm done. I'm gonna go to Coors Light, or I'm gonna try something else. There's plenty of options out there, and I'm done. I'm not gonna support a company that's, woke, because you're afraid. You try to pander to a small minority of people. That's a mistake. That's stupid. Because they have this stupid ESG rating nonsense. If I was the boss of that company, I would say, you know what? I'm sorry. If I'm the boss of that company, I'm sorry. You're not gonna tell me that I had to pander to. Let me skip the ad. You're about to get another ad. Let me skip the ad, okay? Because I'm talking now. I don't want to. That thing pops up it was about to put an ad in the middle, and I said, no, skip it. So far nobody has to see the ad during the stream, right? Yeah, so I would just, you got to have the cojones to say, you know what? Enough is enough. Enough is enough. I'm not going to put this person on my can to pander to, whatever the flavor of the week is now, because that's the fad now. Everybody, oh my God, everybody has to be, no. Screw you. My customer base is hardworking person, wants to come home, wants to have a beer, doesn't want to deal with politics, doesn't want to deal with looking at a can and see, you know, whatever faces on it, you know, a clown. Because I'm gonna call that person a clown. That person is a clown that was gonna be on the can. It's a clown. I'm gonna call it for what it is. It's not a she, it's a he. He's a clown that was gonna be on that can. I'm sorry. And people are not going to put up with that. They're not going to put up with that. So they say, you know what? I'm not buying your product. That's it. And I'm glad they did. I'm glad people did that. I'm glad they're down $7 billion now. Because you got to put a stop to this nonsense. Okay, people are not going to put up with that. You're not going to shove that down people's throat. Exactly. Vote with your dollar. And I'm one of them. I'm never going to buy Bud Light again. Never. Never, ever, ever, ever. I'm done. You know, you're not going to do that. You're not going to and you're not going to backpedal too by putting a stupid Clydesdale ad and thinking that that's going to be, they haven't even apologized for it yet. Are you kidding me? I would have said, listen, I'm sorry. We messed up. We fired the woman. You know, I haven't even fired her yet. And you lost what company loses $7 billion? And the CEO of that product is still has a job. Are you kidding me? So I'm glad people got fed up and they stopped buying that, you know, they stopped buying that beer. You know. But that worked out well for them. All right. Anyway, that's his chat. That's his live stream. Good for him. Sorry, I'm gonna move on. I don't want to talk about other people's channel. All right. Going back here. You know, I'm not gonna be on that long anyway. I'm gonna get off in about another hour or so. But if I get more watches, I might stay on. But I want to go outside anyway in a couple of hours, and I want to enjoy the rest of the day. All right. So please do not post any more about other people's chat. I do not care. That's my new policy now. Do not post stuff about other people's channel on my channel. I'm done with that. I don't, you know, my schedule is my schedule. Let me go down here. I don't revolve about anybody's schedule. I'm sorry. You know, you can, you know, if you want to be here, go to the other channel or go to another channel. That's fine. If I get 20 people watching, I'll stay on for another 2 hours. You know, I'm sorry, I'm done with that. I'm not gonna be no channel's gonna dictate whatever when I come on. You know, enjoy. You know what? You enjoy it. Go. There you go. Let me go up here. So dodge a bullet I did. I dodged a bullet when it came to that Bud. I didn't buy Bud stock 3 years ago. I didn't buy it because it was still above the price of Coors. So I bought Coors stock. And good thing I did. Oh my God, good thing I did. I mean, if I want to buy the stock now, it's cheaper. But I don't want to own Bud. Forget about Bud now. I'm done. I would have sold the stock. Even at a loss, I would have sold it. Woke beer, you know what? You know what? If that's going to be your demographic, you know what? Let them support your product. So any company that does that, they want to go to that wokeness. You know what? A regular Joe like me, I'm going to say, you know what? I'm not buying your stuff no more. Done. And let that demographic that they targeted support your product. And see how that's going to work out for you. I'm telling you, I don't know where these people learn marketing 101 from. And I took marketing in college. Oh my God! Apparently, this person was not in class when they were teaching marketing. Wow. Peter, I tried Bud Light in New York City. Sorry, it was horrible. European beer. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. It is not the best tasting beer. I used to drink it because it was affordable, and it had low alcohol volume. I didn't want to. If I want to get hammered, I would have drank something else. It's like everyday type beer. You come home from work, you want to have a couple of them. You want to have maybe a 6-pack, and you go to bed, and you wake up the next day, and you go to work. It's one of those type of beers. It's not a beer to get hammered. That's most people that drank Bud Light or Coors Light or whatever. It's just the type of beer you can just drink on a daily basis or whatever, and you can still go to work the next day. It's not gonna not gonna give you a hangover or anything like that. I can't do that I couldn't do that with Heineken. If I drank a 6-pack of Heineken, I wake up with a hangover. Literally, or a headache, a hangover with a headache or something. It's that much stronger. And Budweiser is just, yeah, you're having a beer, but it's like, very light beer. And that's what most people drink Bud Light because of that. They don't want to have that shit in the can. I'm sorry, there goes my PG rating. Boom. They don't want to have that nonsense on the can. I'm sorry. So you lost the everyday person because of the stupid stunt like that. That's all I can say about it. 1 hour and 36 minutes in the books. 9 people watching, 12 likes. Thank you. Smash that like button. And we're approaching hour number 2. So hour number 1, hour number 2, anything goes. And I'm gonna be back on Tuesday, and then that'll be my last stream for a while because I'm gonna relocate some of this equipment upstairs, and then I'll be streaming from up there while I take care of this. I have to demolition this floor because of we're gonna do a couple of things down here. So I got a lot of work to do. So that's why I'm here today. Of course, I was sick the last few weeks, and my voice was not that good. Now it's a lot better, obviously. A lot better today. So let me catch up on the chat. What is the strongest you in alcohol? There's so many. Too many. Of course, Mike said European is stronger in percentage alcohol. Yeah, there is some European beers that are stronger. But the market for this type of beer, light beer, is for more like the fit people that don't want to. Unfortunately, it didn't work for me. I got a gut. Like Michelob, like further, I'll give you Michelob Ultra. I believe I tried that years ago. You talking about water? That's water. That's like seltzer water. But I believe it's like alcohol by volume. No, I'm not even that. Calories. I think for every 12-ounce bottle, it's under like 90 calories or something like that. So that it's targeted to that type of demographic. People that don't want they want to taste the beer, but they don't want to get hammered, or they don't want the extra calories. I can make a whole show about that beer stuff. Trust me. So yeah, Peter, 5% of alcohol is the norm for a good quality Pilsner lager. Yep. And 5.2, 5.6 ale is the norm for Baltic and norm in the Baltics. Okay, yeah. And Bobby's here. Hello, Bobby. Mike. Oh, I remember now the Kato KA007 and the Kato KA009. Yeah, Peter. Corporate people are out of touch with ordinary people. 99% of all graduate school graduates. Yeah, they're idiots. I got 2 degrees. Exactly. And I got 2 degrees also. I got 2 degrees. I got associate in computer science, and I have a bachelor's in information system. And if I was on that boardroom table, whatever, sitting there, I would have said, "What are you thinking about? How is this going to bring us more sales by alienating 80% of the population that drinks, a customer base? Excuse me, 80% or more. It's probably higher than that." You know, I'm gonna skip the references to other chats. I'm sorry. And hello, Michael, T Radio 972. And hello, I'm gonna say Hatter because I can't pronounce your hello from Germany. Hello, Dwayne Trivet in Tennessee. Hello, good to see you. And going on here, vote for your dollar. Exactly, vote with your dollar. Remember to sign up. Yeah, I'll put the link again. That's for the AM radio petition. It's right here. Okay, I'll just post it again. Let me copy. Yeah, for the AM radio. Yeah, I'll post it again. Anyway, I'm gonna post it at the end of the. I'll post it in the description for AM radio because somebody told me last time that you had to donate, and that's not the case. When you do sign a petition, there will be a part that says, "Would you like to donate?" Also, just skip that. No, I don't want to donate. You just want to sign the petition, and that is for the say AM radio. Now they're up to 5,400, and let me refresh that. 5534. Excuse me. Okay, what is going on? Okay, the number's going up. Okay. So there you go. Okay, so it's 5585, and they're trying to get to 7,500 because they eventually want to pass a bill. They want to create a bill that's going to be to make it mandatory for auto vehicle makers to put AM radio. I understand that electric vehicles is not possible, but we're talking about all vehicles. We're talking about like Ford decided they are not going to put AM radio on any vehicle they make. I believe starting next year or 2025. I forgot when is the. I know, and there's several other automakers that want to eliminate AM radio from all vehicles, not only electric, but all vehicles. And I believe that is a big mistake, and that's gonna. If that happens, then we're gonna see the end of the AM radio, because I believe a big part of the market is car vehicles that have AM radio. When you're commuting, I know my wife, when she commutes to work, she puts AM radio. She listens to, live traffic and all that, 1010 winds or whatever. And I know you can do that with apps now, of course, with Waze and whatever. You can do that with apps, but long drives, of course, when we go places, it's a long drive. We listen to AM radio. We don't listen to music. We listen to talk radio and stuff like that. So I believe if they eliminate that from all vehicles, that is going to take a hit on the AM radio market. And then you'll see AM radios going out of business. AM radio stations going out of business after that because the market is going to be so much smaller. So that's why I think it's important that you need to sign the petition so they can, And of course, this bill, when they do it, it's probably not going to happen, with this guy. But maybe in a couple of more years or, whatever. I think, they could, if they can pass it. Because I believe that's a big mistake if they do that. I know, like I said, I own Ford stock, and if they go through with this, I'm going to sell my Ford. I'm not going to support companies that do that. I'm sorry. Just not going to do it. So, yeah, vote with your dollar. So thank you, Mike, for reminding me about the petition. And thank you for the likes. Yeah, so I'm going to be on for another hour, and then I'm going to wrap it up. When I was on 1 hour, 44 minutes in the books, I'll probably be on another hour or maybe a little. And then I'm going to be outside. I'm going to go outside and enjoy the rest of the day. It's going to be 70 degrees today, 69 degrees right now, sunny. I'm going to go out there and work on my mow the lawn or whatever and do things like that today. Relax. gonna take my radio outside, listen to some jazz or something. I'm gonna take. Well, I'm not gonna take this one. Maybe I'll take this one outside today. I'll take this one outside today. Yeah, he's gonna go outside today. Plug it in and listen to some FM radio. Because there's one station I listen to at FM, and it's a jazz station. That's the only station I listen to. Or I'll put on an AM for talk radio. But yeah. But yeah, if they eliminate that from vehicles, especially Ford. I'm surprised Ford is doing it. You know, I expect maybe like another brand, a foreign car maker to do that, but not Ford. You know, I didn't expect Ford to do that. Of course, I also own General Motors. I own GM stock too, and I don't know about General Motors. I have to look it up. Let me look it up. I'm gonna Google something real quick over here, and I'll tell you right now what are the car makers that they plan to eliminate AM radio from all vehicles, not electric. I understand electric. I understand the whole electric motor emanates noise. I get all that. So I'm not talking about Tesla. I'm talking about gas powered or diesel engines. Let me see. So 2024. Yeah, same thing. Michael, my phone emanates when I go too close to. Mike, okay, let me read. I need to switch on my window AC unit before the heat next week. The cord got melted slightly on the existing one. First thing I'm doing when this live ends. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's why that's another thing I need to do. I need to get because I use my phone to record those videos, right? But I need to get a dedicated camera, which I have. I have a DSLR right there, but that one is too big. I want to get something small, like maybe. So I'm looking into a GoPro for that, because this thing, yeah, of course, it has Wi-Fi, but also the cellular signal is what creating the interference. With the D109, I can't even get close. I got to be far away with the D109 and with this phone to record. On some radios, I can get really close, but on some radios, like the D109, I can't. I have to be pretty far away, which is not good, you know. But I'm looking into a GoPro to solve that issue. Get a GoPro, something like that. That doesn't not emanate anything, no Wi-Fi or anything on that. So yeah, I'm looking at it right now. So it's 2024 that Ford is going to drop AM radios on all cars. On all cars. So, yes, another thing, Mike, I need to do. I'm going to switch this out and I'm going to put my AC here. But now that I'm going to be upstairs, I'm going to use the AC upstairs because I'm going to start moving this stuff out in a few days. So, yeah. So T Radio 1902. I wish AM radio wasn't subjected to, and that's another thing. All around, we are getting a lot of more noise, and that's another thing. But I still think they should not remove it as long as we have stations. But each company has to do what they got to do. So, Mike, yeah, cell and radio not good for a radio matchup yet. Peter, can you set up an SDR at your home and listen to SDR via public IP? You can. You can do that. 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 You can do that You can use like Kiwi SDR. Yeah, you can set up your SDR to listen remotely. You could also do that with you could also do that with this one, but I think with this is more complicated because you could use what they call Open WebRx for this type of dongle. Kiwi SDR is for Kiwi SDR, but I don't have one. I don't own a Kiwi SDR. Yeah, another thing is lately conditions been bad here. I mean, it's been bad, overall with the So lately I haven't been doing a lot of AM listening, not like DXing, no. Yeah, it's a lot of things. Street light. In my case, I believe it's a power line. Also, I have a power line. So back to Peter's question. Yeah, you can use an SDR and access it to the public, but you're gonna have to go through something like Open WebRx. So you will have to hook this up to like Orange Pi or Raspberry Pi computer. You hook up your SDR. In this case, it will be this one to an Orange Pi computer. If you don't want to spend on a Kiwi SDR, because Kiwi SDR is expensive. I think it's almost $400. I believe it's over $400 last time I checked. That's probably the best way to do it. Get Kiwi SDR. And then it's simple setup. With this, though, you're going to need a computer. You're going to need a Raspberry Pi or Orange Pi. And then Orange Pi, you're going to have to install Open WebRx. It's a version of Linux and connects to their website. And then you're going to be able to access your SDR from online. I know with the RSPdx, they do have a solution for that also. There's also another one, WebSDR. But I never really tried to set up one. I know with Open WebRx, I did try to set it up. I use this one. I use this one. But this one doesn't work too well. It always drops out everything. I bought this years ago. Right now it's a piece of junk. It's just but this is an Orange Pi computer with this guy. Okay. So this is an Orange Pi computer with this SDR in here. That's all this one is. And an up converter. Excuse me, up converter. Yeah, the up converter. But I wouldn't get this anymore. I wouldn't buy this. I think the easiest solution is Kiwi SDR. So you're going to have to buy the Kiwi SDR, and that'll set you up with their website. And you can access your SDR publicly. It's not going to be a public IP either. Well, you can use an IP, but, dynamic DNS, they'll give you like a web address and with a port. So it'll be like, I don't know, whatever dot kiwisdr.com port, whatever. Yeah, this is the soft. Yeah, exactly. This is what it is, Bobby. It's a piece of junk. Useless. A year ago, I tried to mess with it, and it just kept giving me issues. So I'm going to eventually gut that one out. I'm just going to take the computer out. Because it's Orange Pi computer. So maybe I can install something else on it later on. So that's Orange Pi computer. But I think the easiest solution and probably the best solution is Kiwi SDR. You get Kiwi SDR, Peter, and you can access that. This one is more, because Open WebRx has issues too, and it's not easy to set up. Although I know you know Linux and all that, but it could be a pain. So, yeah. So hope that answers your question. Now, of course, SDRPlay, when they come out with SDR Connect, I believe that you can be able to set up your SDRPlay RSPdx or whatever online. But right now, it's not available yet. Yeah, Kiwi SDR is probably the easiest right now. And the price went up on it. I was gonna buy one a couple of years ago when I should have bought it when it was cheaper. It's more expensive now. It's about $400. The Kiwi SDR, I believe. No, I have some of them. I have like these are not plugged in. Only this is plugged in, and these two are plugged in. And I have a power strip, but I leave it on because I don't shut it off. I leave it on because I use these a lot. But everything else is not plugged in. Obviously, no, I don't have all that plugged in. And my server stuff is not on. I don't have it running, so yeah. So okay, and let me go to the next one. Sergio Cordero, thank you and welcome to the chat. I know you subscribed the other day, so thank you for the subscription. You got the Super Radio 3. That's the one I have too. It's right there. It has great sound. AM not so good. My Sony ICF, yeah. Yeah, the one thing about the GE Super Radio 3, out of all of them, this is not the best one. The Super Radio 2, I think, was the better one, or the one. I don't own any of them. I only own the 3. So you're right on that. It's still pretty good. I find it still pretty good. But out of the Super Radios, it's not the best one. I believe the best one is the original one and the second one. But definitely the third one is not the best. And that one has been rebranded. That one was I believe RCA also makes this one too. Rebranded. You know, and I bought mine for I believe it was $25. I forgot when I bought it on eBay. I believe it was $25. But of course, yeah, I'm not gonna compare this to my Sony. My Sony ICF 2002. No, this is a way better AM radio. Not even close. This is way better. For DXing, this is way better than my G Super Radio 3. Yeah, that's not even close. You know, I bought it was $25. I never owned a Super Radio. I wanted to try. As soon as I bought that, and it does have a nice sound to it. I like the speaker, and it's okay. It's good on FM. It's not the best, but it's good. You know. So yeah, Sergio. So yeah, yes, my Sony's a lot better. So I agree with you on that. Let me see. Michael, TV972. A faulty street light next door to me is giving off bad RFI after sunset. It's on for a bit, then it shuts off, then flickers back on. I had to call PSENG. I hope it gets fixed. Yeah, that could be an issue. I know that could be an issue. Sergio, P26 picks more AM stations. Oh, that's the one you got. ICF P26. Okay, so you got something like, I know which one you have. I don't have that one. You have I know which one, a little portable Sony. Yeah, that's a nice little radio. I heard good things about it. I heard good things about that. Yeah. And plus, you got to understand one thing, that the Super Radio is older. So probably the capacitors are going bad. Because when the radio is older, unless you replace all the capacitors and whatever, performance is going to suffer over time. So maybe I'm going to skip the ad. It's going to come up again. Another ad. Let me skip it. Skip ad. Okay. It popped up again. So I can skip the ad. Otherwise, you guys would have saw the ad. Yeah, I think I'm going to check that off. Next time I stream, I'm going to check that off. I don't want ad in between. I don't want no ad in the middle of the stream. I don't want that. I know, yeah, I can make a little more money, but I don't want that. I don't want the ad in between. I don't know. I just think it's annoying. I don't think it is. It is annoying. for people to see an ad. I don't know. I don't know what YouTube is thinking about that, but you want to squeeze every penny out of everybody. Yeah. So where was I? Yeah. Sergio. Yeah, it's P26. Yeah, Sony ICF P20. I know which one you're talking about. I believe P26. Yeah. But I don't own that radio. But yeah, that's a nice little radio. But the performance. So the older radios, like for example, G Super Radio 3 was probably a great radio when it first came out. But that radio is over 30 years old now, at least, right? 30 something years old. So of course the capacitors there are probably bad. So performance is going to suffer. That too, you got to take into account, Sergio. When you buy any old radio, performance is going to suffer on it. It's not going to be like it was brand new. And a lot of people don't take that into account. When you buy an old radio, it's not going to perform as it was when it was brand new. You're going to see some degradation. Am I pronouncing this? Yeah, anyway, lower performance. It's not going to perform as it once was when it was brand new. That's what I meant to say. Degradation. Yeah. Right now I'm tongue-tied. Yeah. Oh my God. Anyway, I hope I explained that. So anyway, when you buy when you buy an older radio, you gotta, even this radio. I know that this radio, it doesn't perform like I thought it would. But I understand this radio is over 20 years old. So it's probably gonna have to you're gonna have to replace the caps on this and things like that. If you wanted it to perform like the way it was brand new, it's still a pretty good radio. But I noticed that on shortwave it doesn't perform as well as I thought it would in some cases. But right now conditions have been bad overall. Even on medium wave over here, I'm not even over I guess in our region. Because geomagnetic storm and all that stuff. I know it's medium wave. I can hear it. Sometimes I'm listening and suddenly I hear like a crackle or something, and so I haven't been doing much listening at all. Only on AM radio, because the conditions have been not that good. Even 10 meters when I try to do FTA, I usually see it a lot. No, I rarely get contacts though. So it's gonna motivate me to get my general sooner. But now I have to do all this stuff. So yeah, so TV Radio 1922. I haven't done any nighttime AM video because of it. Yeah, I understand. I don't blame you. Yeah. And same thing with me. I haven't done no medium wave DXing videos because conditions hasn't been that good. Even on medium wave. So I haven't done any, anything like that either. So let me check the time. 150. Okay, 150. All right. Let me see what else we got here. Oh, you asked GPT? Yeah, I need to ask GTP what's going on with the conditions lately. I need to go to Chat GPT and ask what is going on with my AM reception lately? Explain that to me, GTP. What can I do to improve my AM reception? I'm telling you, Skynet is real. It's gonna take over. Mike, you mentioned that before. Street light has got to be annoying, and not. I know that's the worst. RFI is the one that you can control. In my case, I'm still dealing with that power line issue. But like I said, now I'm gonna move all this, and I'm not gonna be up there on the roof anytime soon. Because my disco is not. It's not close to the power line. but they recommend that it has to be at least 35 feet or more away from a power line source. My disc cone is about 20 feet, 25 feet ish. It's under 30 feet. I know that away from it's very close to is not close to the power line. What I mean by that is if it falls over, it's not gonna hit the power line. It's not that close, but it's close. It's in front of my house. I need to relocate that power line. I need to relocate that disc cone to the back of my house, and that should eliminate that interference from that. So that's a project that I need to do. I'm going to do over the summer. But yeah. So I know that sucks. There's some things that you have no control over, and it's only going to get worse in a way. Yeah. Mike, well, I just ordered an adjustable tripod for my cell. Yeah. Yeah, I have mine right here. Let me show you. I'll show you mine. This is mine. This is my tripod. This is like $16. It's light aluminum. It's very fragile. You got to be careful with this. $16. And of course, I bought this. It came with a mount, but that one broke a long time ago. So I bought this one. I put my phone. I put my phone like that. Okay. And then I tighten it up, and that's it. So this is what I use to shoot my a lot of my videos. Of course, this is the only thing I like. This is plastic. You gotta be careful. That's what happened to my. I had one of these years ago, and I did one of these things broke because I stumbled on it and I broke it by mistake. But this is very delicate, yeah. And it's light. That's why it's delicate. Of course, you could buy a more heavy duty one, but you're gonna spend a lot more. This is $16, and it came with the. It comes with one, not this one, but it comes with a phone mount. Amazon. I'll put the link in the description at the end of the chat. I'll put the link if anybody wants to get a tripod like this. $16 and change. And then they have another one that has this and what they call it's just a pole. Not a selfie stick, it's just a pole. It says this one, I think it's called a monopod. It's just a pole. And it comes in a bag. So, and then let me I'm gonna reach over here. Sorry. So this is the mount for the cell phone. You can rotate it this way, you can orient it this way, or let me see how you loosen this thing up. You can orient it this way or this way. Okay. So this is for your tripod. This is for your cell phone. Your smartphone, excuse me. So when I bought it comes with a pack of 2 of them. And then I have like this one. This one is a rubberized one. This is a small one. It's only 1 foot. It has rubber legs. That's the one I'm using for this one, for the webcam. And then I have a smaller one there. You can see it in the background. It's another webcam right there. It's a smaller one. Of course, I want to hook up to this one. But yeah, you always gotta have tripod, if you wanna. Yeah, if you have a channel, you need a tripod. Because you're holding the phone for so long. You need a tripod. Yeah, I know. You're lucky that that's not the case here. Everything's overhead. My internet, the phone. I don't have phone anymore, but everything is overhead in Yonkers. When I lived in the Bronx, everything was underground. But not here. In Yonkers, everything is on a pole. So you will need a battery. You will need a battery fan. I don't understand that. One battery. Bobby says you still got the soft. Yeah, that's a soft IP 60, soft 66 IP SDR. Yeah. When I first bought it, I tried it a few times. I remember I had a tutorial on it. Then I made a review on it, and I really trashed it because it's. You guys said back then is a long time. This one before SDRPlay came out with the affordable RSP, and this is before Kiwi SDR. This is now. I wouldn't use this. Now you could, like I said, you just get an SDR. If you want to use OpenWebRx, Kevin, I forgot his channel. He's from Ireland. He made a tutorial about how to set this up with OpenWebRx. So you're gonna need this and a computer, like an Orange Pi or a Raspberry Pi, or there's another computer, Mango Pi. If it was called Mango Pi, the Raspberry Pi. They're very well now. The price of them went through the roof. That's another thing about when they were affordable, I should have bought one. So the only one I have is this one. It's in here, Orange Pi computer. But OpenWebRx is very buggy too. Maybe if I set this up now, with OpenWebRx the way it is now, maybe it'll work better. I may need to revisit that and see. Maybe I can bring this one to work again, because I would like to share this. Maybe hook it up to my MFJ 1886 and share this one on OpenWebRx. And because I like it because everything is all in one. That's what I like about this one. Because there's an Ethernet port right there. You just hook that up to your switch or router, whatever. Gives it an IP address. OpenWebRx. I just put it there. Boom. Anybody can access this one. So maybe I try to resuscitate it. Maybe it can work now with the new OpenWebRx. Maybe reinstall it. There's a little tiny SD card in there you put, so you reinstall the software. And then the way you access that is through PuTTY. Is a SSH client. You log into that. You put the IP address, you log in, and then you admin this through there. So I know Peter probably can do that. But I wouldn't buy this. I would just but I wouldn't buy this. I believe he's still selling this, a newer version of it. But I wouldn't buy this. I would just get Kiwi SDR. That's what I want to buy. I want to buy, but right now the price is too high for it. But I'm also waiting for SDR Connect to come out, because if I can use, I have the RSP1 right here, SDRPlay RSP1. Oh no, that's not going to be supported by SDR Connect. Never mind. But I have the RSPdx. If SDR Connect comes out and they're going to allow me to network that, then I'm just going to share that. And there is something you can do also with OpenWebRx. You can use an RSPdx with a Raspberry Pi and share that. I know Kevin brought that up. I'm going to look into that for this one, for the older one. I would like to share this one with a Raspberry Pi. And then that way, I'll just use it. And I'll share it with whatever antenna. Maybe my MFJ 1886. I use PuTTY. I've been using PuTTY for years. Because I have, servers. I just bought a new server, and I have another. I haven't made videos on this yet, but I haven't got servers. I got a new server down there. So, Skynet. There you go. OpenAI right here. Do some clustering and all that. Chat GPT. Maybe I'll host something like that. And now I'm gonna do videos on that on my other channel. I'm gonna do Not only virtual machines, I want to do containers, Kubernetes, all that stuff. Yeah, look at DGPy or build. No, I'm gonna build one. Andy, I'm gonna mention I'm gonna build one. So let me read up here. Let me go down the yeah. Peter, yeah, that sounds like a way to go. Yeah, I will look into Kiwi SDR. Because they have a nice community and there's a lot of Kiwi SDR. Web SDR used to be the #1 remote SDR website. Now it's Kiwi SDR took over. I go to Kiwi SDR. I even have the app. Kiwi SDR. So I have the app too. I have an app, Kiwi SDR right there. Kiwi SDR. Right there, it's right there. Anyway, right there. Let's go. All right. So then you pick what SDR you want to listen to. And I'll pick let me pick this one. I'll pick Russia. Wellbrook. So that one is using a Wellbrook. It's a Russian one. This is Russian. So this one is from Russia. I guess that's FM in Russia. So Kiwi SDR has an app too. So, you know, I like Kiwi SDR. Very popular. I like the fact that they put it into an app. So even, for example, I have an Android box on the second floor with my TV. I just install Kiwi SDR in it. I can listen to it upstairs. I can listen to Kiwi SDR on the TV without a computer. I'll just use an Android box. Pretty cool. It's very popular. Kiwi SDR is probably it has to be the most popular out of all of them. All right. Take care, Mike, and thank you for stopping by. I should be back Tuesday. I think that's going to be my last stream for a while. So I'm going to make Tuesday my last stream for a while. So I'm going to be back Tuesday, and thank you for stopping by, Mike. Hey, have a good rest of the day. Enjoy have a good weekend. All right, let me go back up here. Bobby says, now I heard it's difficult to get new parts for your Kiwi SDR. But that's a lot of things. A lot of things are more difficult. You know, that's a whole can of worms about that because it shouldn't be that way. But I don't want to get to that. But yeah, it is difficult. A lot of components are like that now. It seems to be more. Mike, you have your radio plugged in and switch to cut off. You know, and that's another thing. I'm gonna do it from the ground up when I go up there. As I put my radios in the for the listening part of it, I want to have a switch where I can just switch everything off. Even if they're plugged in, I want to have a switch where I can like separate circuit, like separate power strip for ones that need the power. For example, like the G90. I noticed that even though I have it off with the I shouldn't say the G90, not the G90. There's a couple of radios. Actually, not any of them because I don't have memory and things like that. So I can literally just shut off that and I could do that. Anyway. So again, you see, all this is over time. But I want to do it from the ground up. I want to design the because I think I may wind up, if I like it, I may just stay up there and I'll just use this for something else. But I really need to fix this, and I definitely have to get rid of this floor. Right now I got the air purifier running and it smells better. And I had to run the humidifiers 24/7 for a couple of days, alternating to dry up this floor. Yeah, and because the wooden floor got wet and it's soaked. And rotting wood stinks. I'm gonna tell you that. It stinks after a while. I need to get rid of it. Thank God I don't have a mold issue. There is no issue with mold down here, but the rotting wood. Well, of course, that can bring some, of course, that's gonna bring some mold. But it's not that bad. But it has to go. So take care, Michael. And thank you for stopping by. And let me go back up here. Peter says there's too much RFI where I live. I will see if I can set up on a farm somewhere. Yeah. Andy Collins, the last 2 weeks we had a lot. Yeah, we had a lot. Same here. 10 meters been not that good. Even down to medium wave. It's not that good. Peter, GPT said in some cases particularly during very strong geomagnetic storm, the ionosphere can become so disturbed that it can completely block high frequency radio signals. Yeah. And Mike says, I hear there's a resurgence in making transistor radio. The chip crisis has pushed that with weather issues going on. Yeah. Andy, does the power line noise affect ham bands with RFI? I guess it can. Because I was talking about that a few weeks ago. That, for example, FT8, 10 meters, when it was not now, when it was better a few weeks ago. According to PSK reporter, I was heard all the way. I was heard in Australia, no problem. My signal was picked up in Australia. I tried to contact, but it's weird. My signal's picked up in Australia. Okay, and it was a particular ham. So I tried to contact him through FT8, right? He wound up sending me a message through what do you call that? Jesus Christ. My mind's going blank now. I don't know what the hell's going on. Grid Tracker, excuse me. So he texted me through Grid Tracker because there's a messaging system. He said, "Yeah, listen, I can hear your signal, but I'm replying to your and you cannot hear me." And that's what happened. I couldn't hear his signal. He heard me in Australia, but he couldn't hear. I couldn't hear his signal. Now, from what I was told, that is because probably my noise floor is a little higher, and his signal gets buried, and that's why I cannot hear his signal. He could hear my signal, but I couldn't hear his signal, so I couldn't make the contact. So yeah, so in theory, noise level or RFI can affect, of course, ham radio also. If your noise floor is higher, you're not going to be able to hear. You're not going to be able to copy their signal, and that's what happened with this instance. And because I was trying to get this contact, because I need that continent, I need Oceania, for the. And he heard me. He sent a message. He said, "I heard you. You I can hear your signal, but you're not hearing me." So I was like, okay, so now I know it's on my end. Because the MFET my MFET antenna is a good signal. I mean, it's a good antenna to transmit, but apparently receiving antenna in that particular case, he couldn't copy him. So yeah. So I guess in my case, the noise level is higher, and I couldn't copy his signal. It would have been a weak signal from him, but I couldn't even copy it on FT8 because he was texting me, and I was like, "Who's texting me on Grid Tracker?" Because I left it open. I left the chat in case somebody wanted to come. So he texted me, said, because in Grid Tracker anybody that's using Grid Tracker, they can send you a message. It's like instant message or something, and it was blinking. I was like, "What? I got message in Grid Tracker," and I clicked on it, and it was the guy that I was trying to contact in Australia. And he said, "Yeah, I can hear your signal. I can copy you, and I'm replying to your signal, but you're not copying me back." So I was like, "Okay," and I said, "You're not showing up over here on my WSJTX. I'm not getting the reply." So that's when I figured it's signals either it's too weak to get here, or my noise floor is higher that it cannot copy that signal. And that's what happened. So yeah, noise can affect ham radio. And it happened to me. And of course, with SSB, same thing. If your noise floor is higher, you're gonna have a hard time copying, or listening. So yeah, so Andy, that is your power line. It's probably power line noise, but there's all types of noises. So people get noise from a washing machine. A lot of things make noise, but in my particular case, is the power line right now is the issue. And I need to confirm that. I need to go outside. Like David told me that. Just take my portable outside and walk up to nearby and see. And like for example, the power line, I gotta walk along the power line, like walk down the block with the power line and see if the noise keeps following. If the noise keeps following, then it's the power line itself. I have a transformer on that pole right outside. If the noise goes away and it just happens to be on that pole, then there's a transformer that can be causing the noise. So I have to do that. I have to go outside and do walk down the whole power line, the whole like down the block. See if it's the power line itself, or if it's just that pole with the transformer. So I have to do that. When I do that, I'm gonna make a video on it, and hopefully that'll help. Because if it's the power line or the transformer, I have to call the utility company and tell them, listen, I'm I don't want to pull out the car. Oh, I'm an amateur radio operator. But I've been told that you need to say that. We listen to AM radio. It's affecting my AM radio. I'm also an amateur radio operator. Is affecting, because I was told that you should say that. If you are an amateur radio operator, you should emphasize that when you're reporting that. I don't want to say filing a complaint. And it's not a complaint, it's just you're reporting that it is affecting radio, AM radio, amateur radio service, amateur radio. You can even say, emergency radio, if that's going to help. And say that, yeah, it is affecting that. And you guys see, you need to come and look at it. Because normally when that happens, that means there's something faulty with either the power line or the transformer itself. So there's something faulty. That's usually indicator of that. So they want you to let them know that. From what I read, it's a good thing that you should tell them that because it's something that they have to look into. All right, so there you go. Where was I? Yeah. Okay. Peter, I use Putty, very useful stuff. Yeah, Putty's a good client for Telnet and for SSH. Remote. They call remote. Okay, I'm gonna skip this ad. I'm skipping that ad. Okay, so 2 hours and 29 minutes in the books. And 5 people watching. Thank you. 15 likes. And let me see where I'm at now. So Andy says, look at DG Pi or Builder Pi. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into Raspberry Pi, but I want to wait till SDR Connect comes out, because when SDR Connect comes out, I can use my I can use my RSPdx for remote, like sharing and all that. You can also do that with SDR console. There is a way to, you know, but I don't want to do it with a PC. I want to get a Raspberry Pi for that. But I want to wait till, because right now they kind of the price went through the roof on those things. You know, I remember I remember you could buy Raspberry Pi for like $30. I see some on eBay for the cheaper ones. Very minimal, because now they're like $100. I don't want to spend that much. I don't want to spend no. Hello, Brian Jackson, and let me see. Good afternoon. I would like to know, did you ever read any radio magazines, such as Pop, the Communication Monitoring Time, or Amateur Radio CQ? No, I have not read anything like that. I don't read much magazines anymore, if any type of print media. I don't read it. Even newspapers, I remember, growing up, with a paper. I remember when we take a subway. When I used to get on the subway, everybody had people had newspapers, like Daily News or the New York Post or the New York Times or whatever. Now everything is digital. Now, of course, you go on the subway, everybody's on their phone. So now it's magazines on the phone now. But I don't read magazines. Another thing I don't do, like what the that club, the CIDX newsletters. I don't read newsletters. When I want to read something, I go look for it online. I search it and I just read it. I don't want to have like newsletters flooding my mailbox, because sometimes I'll forget about that and I'm doing other things. I guess it's that I'm so busy doing other things. When I check my email, I just check in. Things are different now. Like I have books there that are over 30 years old, and I don't want to throw them out, but I don't have no use for them anymore, because all that information is online. All that information is online. It's on digital format. It just takes up space. That's another thing I need to do here while I'm doing that whole transition from upstairs and I'm gonna purge. I need to purge some stuff. I have too much stuff that I don't use anymore. I don't plan to ever use, or not even use, just for anything, any project. Because some stuff I keep for future projects, but I have too much stuff. It's getting to the point where it's kind of like a hoarding thing. I can say that I'm actually I caught myself like almost to the point where I was hoarding. I walk down the street, I see a TV, I want to bring it here and see if it works. And I done that. I got a few TVs, and they work. They work fine. I cleaned them up and they work fine, but I have no use for them. So now what I did is I'm hoarding. So now I need to find something to do with that TV. If not, I'm just gonna give it away to somebody. So I need to purge. I need to, because I'm 56 years old. If I, God forbid, whatever, I'm not here tomorrow, all this stuff is gonna be like, oh my God, my wife has to deal with all this stuff now. So I need to minimize it, honestly. I'm at the point now where I got my channel. It's already at the point where, I already made over 500 something videos. I forgot what it is. Every radio in here has been showcased quite a few times. But now I need to say, okay, am I ever going to use this radio on a regular basis? I have this radio. I plan to restore. Now I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say, you know what? This radio, I'm going to get rid of it. I have other radios that I want to say, you know what? It's time for it to go. I want to give it to somebody that wants to do something with it. Somebody, things like that. You got it, There's so much stuff you can have before it gets in too much stuff. And that's what's happened now. That happened to me in the Bronx. When I lived in the Bronx, I had a lot of computer stuff. And when I came here, I left some of it. I gave some of it away, and some of it, I had some in the garage that got ruined in flooding. But I kind of think now that happened because I would have had more stuff. So I have books there that are old. I have books there from the early 90s. And they have no use for me now. But they take up space. I don't want to just throw them in the trash. But I guess that's the definition of a hoarder. But I need to get rid of that. I'm going to have to. And I have more books. Before I moved here, I had more books. I had twice the amount of those books. And I got rid of some. Some I just flat out threw out. I just put them in a box outside and that's it. Because they're obsolete. They're old books. They're obsolete. I know some people collect books. Magazines. I had a lot of magazines too. Like old Commodore 64 magazine. Now those are like collector's items now. But there's so much stuff you can collect before it becomes hoarding. You understand? It's a balance. Yeah, I like collecting them, but then after a while it gets to the point where, especially if you live in an apartment. I don't live in an apartment. We're homeowners. But it still takes a space. Especially that my son is growing up now. He wants to play all over the house. I want to put like a nice little table for him to play, like a pool table that we can play. Right now, outside I have a little basketball court that we can play. And I feel like this stuff is like, okay, it's time to, start. So I'm going to put some stuff up for sale. But I'm going to probably do it through Craigslist. And I'm going to reassess which one I want to keep, which one I could just sell. I need to. We all go through that. And then I know what happens. When you sell it, you're going to regret it. I regret selling that. But you have to. It gets to the point where you have to. Otherwise, you have too much stuff. And, I have other channels that I also want to make content on. Like this channel, the tech channel. And I'm getting to the point where I look at my servers rack and I'm saying, okay, I shouldn't get no more stuff. I think I'm good. I was thinking about I almost bought a storage array, which weighs like, no lie, it weighs about 200 pounds, 200 something pounds. I would have had to put it down there. It would have hold like 24 hard drives. And I get to the point, okay, this is ridiculous now. 24 hard drives. Like it's no longer a home lab now. Now it's like So I said, you know what? I have to okay, slow down. Yeah, so that's what happens. You get in the borderline hoarding. So I think I crossed over that line now. Now I was hoarding. So now I need to start getting rid of stuff. So when I make that move upstairs, some stuff is not gonna make it up there. And that stuff that doesn't make it up there, that's gonna wind up getting sold and stuff like that. And like I said, I got a new shortwave guy down the block. I need to knock on his door and say, hey, you're a shortwave listening because I see your antenna out the window going into that tree. So I just want to tell you that I listen to shortwave too. And maybe I'll give him one of my radios. Or join a radio club or something. But I don't have time to be in clubs and all that stuff. So yeah. Anyway, so 2 hours and 38 minutes. I'm gonna end it now because it's 2:26 in the afternoon here in Yonkers. It's 69 degrees. I want to enjoy the rest of the day outside. I know Official SWL channel is gonna have his live streaming about, I think at 4:00. Yeah, 4:00. I gave missing that time. 4:00. I don't know if I'm gonna stop by there because I'm gonna be outside. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the day outside. It's a beautiful day outside. I'm gonna cook something for my son now. I'm gonna eat, and I'm gonna be outside for the rest of the day. Get some sunlight. Turn this off over here. So thank you for watching and stopping by. I'll be back on Tuesday, and that'll be my last live stream for the foreseeable future. And then we'll see, because I'm gonna start moving stuff upstairs. Anyway, so thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. Take care. Be good to each other. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.